Hi, this is Kate from the Traverse Area District Library with another tutorial of how to knit. In this video, you will learn how to bind off and weave in your ends, basically how to finish your project. Today, I'm in the warm virtual land of Hawaii because I needed some warmth, and I bet you might too. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you in just a second how to go about binding off. Okay, so here is my really big, large piece of knitting that I've completed. And this is how you start. You can do it purl-wise or knit-wise, which means you can do it all with purls or all with knits, but just be consistent, whatever you do. So you're gonna either purl 2 or knit 2 stitches to start. So I'm going to knit 2, knit, and another knit. And then what I'm going to do is show you with my fingers first. This is not the actual way that knitters bind off, but it's important for you to know what the goal is, I think. So just set that other needle down for a second, your left hand one, and you're gonna, with your 2 that you've just knitted, pick up the bottom one. That's the first one that you would have knitted, and lift it up and make like a little bit bigger, stretchier hole there, or loop. And you're gonna go up to the top of your needle, hold on to that first or the second stitch so it doesn't pop off with your first, and you're gonna take your first stitch and go over the top of your second stitch and right off the tip of the needle. Bam, perfect. But when you as a knitter are doing it, you don't use your fingertips to do it because you have these great knitting needle tools. So you knit 1 more. You only ever have 2 stitches on your binding off side. You're gonna instead pick it up with the tip of your needle and stretch it out a little bit. And then go up, 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 up while you're holding it over the top of that top stitch and off the tip of your needle. I'll show you a couple more times, then I'm gonna pause and show you what happens at the very end. There we go. Pick it up, stretch it a little so it has something to work with, and go up and over and off. Okay, I've bound off all of these stitches. They're kind of nice and elastic, and it creates a pretty little edge along here. I only have a few more to bind off. Up and over. Okay, almost done. I only have 1 more to knit, so go ahead and knit that last one. And then lift the bottom one over the top. There, perfect. Okay, then what you do is you cut your working yarn to about, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches. So you have something to thread on a needle. This is called a tapestry needle. It has a little bit bigger eye so you can get your yarn through it. There we go. You can go ahead and take your needle out of there and preserve that last little loop, because with your sewing needle, you're gonna pop through there. Oops, there we go. And try to kind of squish these tighter, these stitches tighter, and at the same time you pull, just kind of am working this down a little bit. There, nothing perfect about this. Okay, so I have a beautiful front side of my fabric and back side of my fabric. I want my weaving in to be on the back side of my fabric. So this yarn wants to be in the front, but I'm going to force it to go to the back for a minute for me. There you go. so it doesn't mess up your beautiful side. I'm gonna play around with it, stretch it till you get it the way you like it. Now we're going to turn over the fabric, so we're on the back side, and we're just going to consistently go through one row straight across. I'm going to consistently pick this bottom portion, this stitch, this stitch, this stitch, and here. And I'm going to run my needle right through the fabric, through the yarn, I'm sorry. I don't want to go all the way underneath the yarn, not under the whole loop, but right through the loop and kind of make it stay a little firmer. Pull. Now when you pull, be careful to sort of not pull too tight or you get weird fabric like this that wants to be bound up. So kind of release it a little bit. And through the bottom of the next one. And through here. You have to only do about, whoops, 3 or 4. Let's see, I was here, so I'm going to go here. There. And again, don't pull your fabric tight like this because that'll make it be weird. So give yourself some elasticity. If it feels like this over here, it should feel the same kind of over here. Then you're going to just clip your end. Okay. Oh, this is where I started my piece on the other side. So that side needs to be woven in too. Okay, so that is how to make a beautiful bound off edge.